Wagwan, Wagwan Collective. This is Rasta Gal, aka Angelic Empress. Welcome you to my channel. I just wanted to get into my dreams and downloads with you. What I share with you is what I feel led to share, also for me to transmute the energies for my highest good as well as for yours, collective. I'm an intunitive reader, so what I speak into your higher self, collective, to open up your consciousness and awareness, as well as guide you, send you healing, send you hope, raise your vibes. Yes, during this journey, this train ride we call life, collective. Okay, to whoever's watching, thank you so much. If you would like to be a part of the Rasta Gal Family Vibe Tribe, what are you waiting for? Join us. And enjoy the vibes again. Okay, subscribe to the vibes and be a part of the family. We would love to have you. But for those that are, again, just along the gate, watching, stalling, whatever you may be doing, hopefully it's for the highest good of all. But if not, tread lightly. Okay. Collective, I wanted to get right into my messages. If you'd like to know anything else about me, check my bio in the description box below and any of my services that I'm offering to you. Okay? You can reach me with the information down there to get to me. Someone, collective, I'm channeling right now and getting into my dreams and downloads with you. Someone is definitely trying to bombard your energy, collective. I don't know about you, but I've been feeling it. I was feeling this before, I would say a week ahead, before this full moon came. I was feeling just trespassing type of energies that wanted to bombard my spiritual energy, my spiritual protection. I don't know about you, collective. And it's because this planet and we are going through new changes, new shifts, as in like within our energy, within our frequency, within our minds. Okay. In spite of the chaos that's going on around us, there is new shifts that has occurred or is occurring. Okay. Changes are occurring. Okay. And the picture you saw previously, you know, of this person, you know, I have a lot of females here that watch me, I'm sure, and males. And then just within my dreams and downloads, I was hearing a lot of female energies, hearing their voice and just seeing them in my dreams. It's been crazy. Now, again, I know that there's a full moon that's coming up on the 6th. So you could be feeling these intense energies, maybe of projections, astral projections, energies and forces of the matrix, the dark forces. If you believe in that, collective, it's real. You know, spiritual warfare is real. Spiritual side of life, the other side, is real. Okay? If I'm scaring you off, okay, and this may not be a channel for you, but if you want to open up your consciousness and awareness and your mind, then stay tuned. Continue listening. Appreciate it. Okay, I'm speaking to the open-minded individuals that wants to be enlightened. Okay, not the closed-minded, but maybe they need to listen so they can be open. Okay, some common sense, you know, some type of teaching can get to them. Okay, someone could be doing some type of ear clogging spells in the energy, collective, as and overall. Someone could be doing that if your ears been clogging or just things been occurring with your ears. Someone could be doing that. Unless you're going through some ascensions, you know, and again, the ascensions is not always easy, it's not always comfortable, but you could be going through some spiritual ascensions and your energy is rising, your frequency is rising, and you're getting like the side effects of your energy rising. of your frequency. But again, it also could be of projections. People are desperate at this time, and they are been abusing for the longest time, probably before we can ever imagine or remember. They've been abusing spiritual practices and spiritual divination. And that's what's going on now, even the more. People are abusing spiritual practices, and people are going to receive karma. I don't know if you heard that, but that was confirmation. Okay? People are going to receive the most utter, unthinkable karma that they're racking up or that they're going to be going through in their life. And it's going to be type of like a slow type of karma, slow death type of karma. Okay? You could be going through transformation, healing, okay? Going through your ascensions. And again, the dark forces don't want us to raise our frequency and energy here on this planet. So they're thirsty. They're being desperate, along with the people that has no soul, along with the people and energies that has no strong backing in the spiritual realms. For their highest good, they are being targeted. They are being amused to the dark practices and the dark energies and the dark forces, letting them take advantage of them, literally graping their bodies because they took over their soul. They're letting the dark energies and forces they're summoning, they have on their altar, worshiping, or that they have take over the dark frequency and energies, graping their energy, their body, their meat suit. They're letting them take over and being used because these are soulless energies. Because of the shift, collective. Okay? Again, I was feeling these energies a week in advance, but I just didn't want to speak on it yet, but I've been felt it. Okay? Let me go ahead into my dreams. This picture you see here, I literally saw a person with like a painted face, and it looked just like that, but it was painted across the nose and the eyebrows. And it was of a white woman, and she said, I have nothing against white women, but this energy that keeps projecting astrally, or just keeps tapping into my energy. Of course, it's of an envious, jealous, monitoring energy. Okay? We're going to get more in depth to see what else we can dig up with this energy. But you could be having just invaders, female or males. In my case, females. Okay? Of the opposite race, keeps tapping into my energy and aura field. That I'm seeing. Okay? So it was of a white woman, and she was she was blonde-headed, but she looked very deranged, very disoriented, disturbed, and she was yelling, no, don't go. So collective, again, you're leaving a lot behind. This is the second time I've heard this saying, and I literally have it on my desk here. On my bird is saying, forgetting what's behind and staring towards what's ahead. You are moving forward. This may not pertain to everybody. It's moving forward. Some is still stuck. It's okay. You have to work your way out of whatever you're going through, whatever funk, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. You got to get out of it. Get out. This is definitely a mental battle on top of a spiritual warfare battle we're going through, but definitely mental. For sure, collective. So in my dream again, she was reaching out, yelling, no, don't go. And she had her face painted, smeared makeup, smeared lipstick, looked like she was crying. But she had doll babies and Barbies. I saw, I felt like I was watching like a show. Like my dream went towards like a show, and I saw a Ken Barbie. It was about to open the door. It was standing by the door. And the way they had them propped up, you know how the adults do like kid shows for entertainment on YouTube, and they do like they manipulate with Barbies, they manipulate with all kinds of remember the little pets characters, the little, I forgot what you call them, but she was very into, I guess, playing with the Barbies. And I saw a Ken Barbie propped up at the door, and she was talking like a little kid voice. So this must be this girl's inner child I was watching. And she was by herself, and she was stuck in a room eventually as I was leaving. And again, she was stretching out her hands saying, don't go, like you have to stay and watch, or you have to stay. So when I was leaving, drifting off, she had Barbies surrounding her, or it was like cut off heads of mannequins or just baby faces, doll baby faces. So this person, again, is in an adult body, but they are acting out in a childlike energy, childish energy, not for their highest good. Okay, this must be a Caucasian woman that was abandoned during her childhood. She didn't get enough attention. She didn't get that attention, mommy and daddy attention, someone saying they love her. Maybe they did. Maybe this is someone that got attention, maybe too much. And they became an attention whore. And she literally had many faces around her of cut off doll babies that wanted me to stay there and watch her distorted show. And she just was really upset. She started crying like a little kid in an adult body. This person now could be manipulating with doll babies, manipulating with dolls, creating voodoo dolls. And manipulating with that, probably poking the ears. You know, if you're feeling that type of energy in your ears collective of it being clogged, the forces and energies and people are projecting, trying to clog your ears, trying to invade again your spiritual protection in space. Her face looked just like this in my dream, but it was, like I said, it was mascara painted across her nose. It looked like a mask. She put her on her face. And this is probably what they do to perform any type of rituals. They get into their bag of deception, of distorted bipolar. They could be bipolar. Okay, energies. Again, this is an energy that is a attention seeker, attention whore. Okay. And again, she is living like a fairy tale type of energy or world. Because before I started this video, although I had this dream a week ago, my children was playing Alice in Wonderland. Okay. And I was like, okay, that has to relate to this message because I'm going to include it. But this is definitely falling into that. She's in this energy I'm feeling that was in my dream. They're pretty much living in a fantasy world, a fantasy land. They're like Alice in Wonderland. Okay? They're wandering around, not aware of their surroundings and the dangers. Okay? They're very careless when they do things. This is probably an impulsive. It's not probably, it is. This is impulsive. They move on action. Don't think. This is an impulsive energy and a feminine energy. This could be happening with a male and a feminine energy as well, definitely for a female. Okay? In this masculine energy. Move on impulse. Because if she was in her feminine energy, she in a good vibration, in a good way, confirmation, she would, this energy that's projecting, astral projecting, would respect themselves more, will have more control, will have things come to her and not chase. This is an energy, again, that chases, that seeks, that goes out and wants to devour steal and kill the energies, let alone if they could, a person. This is the energy I'm feeling of a person that should be put away, to be honest, away from society, put away, because they're not mentally there. Again, they're like wandering around in this world like Alice in Wonderland. That movie reminded me of someone being on narcotics, some type of narcotics, some type of substance, for you to be dreaming that way, living that way, feeling that way. This energy in this person's is not mentally stable. They definitely are not spiritually strong. Okay? They are more tapped into the dark arts and a dark matrix. So we're talking about a dark feminine and also a masculine energy. They could betray themselves as a priest or a priestess, but they are witch and warlocks. Energies that I'm feeling. These are monitoring energies, because I would say the other night, not last week, but the other night, I literally heard a male energy call out my name. And it called out my nickname. So this would be somebody I would have to know personally that I was connected with to call out that name. So this male figure could be going to a practitioner, or they're studying and practicing the dark arts. And it sounds so creepy. Now this energy is the voice, when it called out my name, it sounded really creepy. So definitely, again, an invasive, creepy energy that has lost their marbles. This picture here is showing someone that looks like they belong in a crazy house. They need to go more than go into therapy. They need more than that. They need to be contained somewhere from society again. Whoever this message pertains to, it may not pertain to you, collective, so don't take offense. This is a general message based on my dreams. I'm interpreting that you may relate to. Somebody can. And to whoever is watching me, because all the people that watch me eventually will become fans. Eventually. The ones that are projecting, the ones that are not for my highest good, the ones that are invading my spiritual protection, trying to. They eventually will become my fans if they're not already. On top of that, collective, on top of that, again, female energies, because last night I heard someone say, on top of that creepy man's voice the other day, last night I heard someone say, female-wise, I know that you're cleansing yourself, or you're listening to your stuff to cleanse yourself, but so yes, these are female energies that, again, are very invasive. Okay, they have no boundaries. They want to invade everyone's boundaries. They don't set boundaries for themselves, not for their highest good. They want to overstep boundaries. The male and female energy I'm feeling and have heard. And these are energies that, again, you have dissipate from, collective. You have let go. These are energies that, again, wants to play a scene. You see this person looking at themselves in the mirror crying. Fake crying. This is a person that's probably have done that, male or female. They fake everything. How they feel, they have no emotions. They fake their crying, they fake their actions, they fake their feelings, they fake their emotions, they fake just everything in their life is fake. They're not authentic. They're not real. They put on a show. They put on a show for everybody to see. They put on a show and they want to be the star of the show, is what I heard. And of your show, of your life, collective. They want to be the star of your own damn show that you have yourself. Everyone has their own show to play and their part to play in their own lane, in their own life. And people want to be invasive and want to take over your role, your part to play in your life or in your show. And that's being, again, attention whore or attention warlock or witch, seeker. This person could drink a lot. Again, I talked about substance. They could smoke a lot. She's holding a bottle, looking in the mirror, playing her part. So this person could be an alcoholic. Too many drinks. And then they go and sleep around after too many drinks by the attention-seeking whores and hoodlums that goes out to be a Captain Save-A-Hole to these attention whores. And the attention whores play the role. This could be a couple I'm talking about that's a Captain Save-A-Hole along with their attention-seeking whore. I could be speaking to or speaking about. Also in my dream last week, I just briefly went over the dreams I was feeling last night. And the 2 nights ago. Again, you're going through your healing. Before I get more into my other dreams, or continue with the first one I was giving you, you're healing. You're going through your ascensions. And these attention warlocks, witches, whores, and hobos don't have nothing better to do but to fuck on each other till they drunk, till they're numb. You know what I mean? They're Novocaine to each other, collective, and whoever else they bring in their circle. Okay? These are opportunists, pretty much. And they seek opportunity, no matter what race they are. But again, I was seeing a white woman in my dreams, and the voice I heard sounded like a freaking, just a creep. Okay? That energy became a creep. Possibly you've felt that energy before or heard their voice before you met the person. That has happened to me. On a spiritual note, I don't know if that has happened to you. Your ancestors warn you ahead of time. It's up to us to take heed to the signs spiritually before we connect with someone, especially if they're showing us a vision, confirmation. I'm on it. I'm on something. If they show us a vision ahead of time, and if we just experience something in the spiritual, if you're tapped in, they give us some warnings ahead of time. It's up to us to take heed to it. Or we have to learn the lessons eventually. And there are times I've heard voices before. I am mentally stable. I'm mentally sane. I'm not crazy. I'm just tapped in. I'm very in tune and tapped in deep. And I've heard voices, especially of male figures, ahead of time. And when I come encounters to them, we meet on our paths or crossing. Definitely is a spiritual thing. And they do something that reminds me of what I've heard before. I go into that's a raven type of energy, or that type of action I go into, feeling I get. And I'm just like, my gosh, it's you. I've heard before. I don't tell them, but I say to myself, I've heard this before. I felt this before. And it's you. And I'm like going to start saying that. Like Rihanna. when they was interviewing her so much for music and just howling her on music or whatever have you, and what she would say, who sent you? That's what I'm going to start saying to people. Because I'm not talking to their flesh only. I'm talking to that spirit that is in them. I'm going to be like, who sent you? Because it's a spirit in them that's taken over or have taken over their body. And that's what's happening. These energies that I'm feeling, I don't know about you, collective people, possibly are switching up on you, just acting funny. You know, especially if you have removed yourself from people, places, and things. And now they want to act funny. It's because you are seeing their true intentions. You are seeing what they are about behind the mask that they portray to carry or have on their face to wear. You are seeing the true intentions in themselves behind the mask. And they can't hide. So they want to go and hide or ignore you. Vice versa, you ignore them. I'm talking about an energy again that plays and cries wolf. This is the energy I'm feeling in regards to that story. Okay, another kid's story. The boy that cried wolf. This is the male energy I was feeling is definitely creepy. Okay, creep squad pretty much. But also, this is an energy that cried wolf. I have came encounters dating wise with guys that cried wolf. And they continue to cry until no one finally comes and saves them. After so many false assumptions or so many false, you know what I mean, situations has occurred. With their behavior, with their character, with their life and what they're doing, the choices and directions they're going and that they're making. False choices and directions they're going into. They cry wolf for you and you finally just don't show up, you don't respond, you don't call, you cut things off, you let things go. Now they really want to cry wolf. This is the energy I'm feeling on a male's point of view, or my scenario, my case within the energies, within my life, my story. This is a male figure energy I'm feeling that's crying wolf. They want your attention by any means necessary. If they have to go into the darkness, okay, to get to your light, to get to you some way, somehow. I am exposing these energies to know that I know what they're doing. And nothing good's going to come out of it. They're going to cause pain, truly pain, suffering. They have cursed their energy and themselves and their bloodline by messing with me, but also collective. If you're strong in your faith and just a strong-minded, spirited individual, you have faith and hope in your higher self and in God, they have cursed themselves. Dealing with you. Fucking around and finding out with you. With me. These are lost souls that needs prayer, that needs help, that needs saving. They literally said, no, don't go, stay. And someone calling out my name in a creep squad voice. Oh, my gosh. And then in my dream, someone grabbed my feet and it felt like, of course, it was a warlock that called out my name and then a witch. Energy, projection, someone grabbing my feet wouldn't let me go the other night. Again, you're ascending. I know I'm ascending. And they're trying to do anything by any means necessary to keep you down, keep your spirit down, to keep you down because they're because they're feeling blue. They're trying to keep you down, and they're trying to come after whatever and whoever you love on the outskirts of you if they can't keep you down. They're trying to attack everything on the outside of you. If you are strong-willed and strong-minded and they can't keep you down, you rise every time. This is what they're trying to do, or is still doing, or attempt to. On that note, with my first dream I mentioned to you, collective, so we're dealing with an Alice in Wonderland, someone's brain that's fried. You know what I mean? They move on impulse. They're probably, again, doing drugs that makes them hallucinate. Okay? And this energy of cry wolf, a boy, and a child energy, childish energy, that's acting out, crying out because they can't get their way. This picture here is showing a woman crying out because they can't get you or keep you stuck, or they can't get you back. This is probably an energy you have, again, cut off so many times, spiritually, energetically, and in a physical plane here. You have walked away. And you are the one that got away. These are energies that are mad because you have gotten away. And you're going to continue to rise. And if you do fall, you're going to continue to rise again, collective. You can't, no one can keep you down for too long or keep you down at all. So you must be, or you should be, this is encouragement to be a strong, will-minded person. Because this is like a mental battle that we're all going through and facing. We're coming out of the illusions. They want to feed you illusions, this dark matrix, this dark energies, the projections people are doing, because their mind is not too tight. They're not wrapped too tight, male or female. Okay, so they're astral projections. They're sending. They send it while they're high. They send it while they're drunk. They send it while they're hallucinating. They send it while they're confirmation. They send it when they're, again, doing things on their altar, which will burn up. If they're sending any type of beauty magic, mirror magic, juju magic, lust magic, you could be feeling those energies of like a sexual energy. They're sending a demon they're trying to send. This could be relating to a Asian woman. She was in my dreams. This is a dysfunctional Asian woman. Okay, and it just looked at, when I saw them come from around the corner of my eye, from in back of me, they were in a wheelchair. So this is a energy that is crippled. This is an energy, and if they're not crippled in the physical realm, in the spiritual realm, they are spiritually crippled. Okay, and they spiritually, what is that word? When you enable, they are an enabler. This Asian energy and woman I saw in my dream is an enabler. They enable their victims, they enable their partner, they enable their friends, they enable their family. Possibly they've been sorry about that, collective. Possibly they have been enabled as a child. And you know, being a young child, you're very impressionable. So they've probably been enabled. They've been numbed. They've been groomed. My gosh. This is an energy of the Asian woman I saw in my dreams that was projecting, again, that likes to enable her people, her victims, the people she so-called love. This could be an Asian that has confirmation. This could be an Asian energy or woman, because she had dark hair. It was very pale, but in my vision, my dreams, she looked very faded out. She could be very pale in her color. Okay, like a ghost, pretty much, is what I felt and saw in my dream. She could literally have that type of persona or look like that. Like that movie with that long hair and the face and they like to crawl everywhere. She could be that type of energy, but in a wheelchair. Crippled. The Grudge. Yeah, this energy, that's the name of the movie. This energy I'm feeling of this Asian woman reminds me of that energy. And she literally holds on to grudges. Both of them. The Caucasian woman in my dream, I keep seeing. Okay. And this Asian woman. They both hold on to grudges. Instead of letting go. They have a hard time of letting go of people, place, and things that don't want nothing to do with them anymore. And that's not serving their highest good. This can pertain to any energies that are projecting towards me, possibly to you, collective. Don't take this message if it doesn't pertain or resonate with you. Still let it heal you. But again, this is an enabler. And they play victim as well. They hold a lot of battles and dark energies and just things within inside them. This possibly could have been an Asian energy or woman that was, okay, no throwing shade, but that was abused. They could have been abused, and that was trauma that they pretty much continue to hold on to and have not released or healed from the Caucasian woman as well as this Asian woman that appeared in my dream. They hold on to trauma they have not let go of, and now that trauma has formed into different scenarios in their life. To whoever they come encounters with, they partner up with, to whatever they do in their daily life, moving forward. They have created that. They have created that illusion. Collective, you could possibly relate to this as well. Okay? On an individual level of you doing your healing, you're realizing that your thoughts is creating your reality. You're realizing that the trauma you haven't healed from is showing in your daily life. You're realizing that. Maybe a light bulb moment has just clicked by listening to my message. Or you've got that click, light bulb moment of healing. This dark energy and dark forces, the projections of people's trauma and hurt and pain that they want to project on us, they want to project on me, they want to project on you, collective, is all due to them not doing their shadow work, their healing. You're working on your shadow work and your healing. You're working on your dark night of the soul. These energies need to go through a dark night of the soul. Possibly they are. They just don't know how to finish off or go through it. We all have to go through our healing. And it's not always pretty. It's not always easy. It's not always comfortable. But it's for our highest good. It is for our healing, for us to continuously move on to the next level in our lives. These energies don't want us to move on, want me to move on. But I sure am going to continue moving forward. These energies want to continuously keep you down because they're down. They want to rob. My gosh. They want to rob you of your life when they don't know what you've been through and went through. You probably have went through something darker than what they have went through or gone through. Nobody's darkness is better than the other, by the way. Everybody's dark night of the soul and everybody's shadow healing is not a fairy tale. So I feel everyone should stay in their own lanes and work on their own selves, monitor their own lives and not others, monitor their own spirit and not others, focus on their dreams, focus on, again, their health mentally, physically, work on themselves, go get checked in a hospital somewhere. Mentally, just go work, and physically and spiritually work on themselves. Clear themselves. Because clearly, you tapping into someone else's energy. Do you know that that is elevating that person, especially if they're strong-willed and strong-minded? We do get weak sometimes. We do have our down times, the strong-willed and strong-minded. But do you know, collective, and to whoever's doing this stuff, when you throw projections, astral projections, when you come after the people that are strong-minded and strong-willed and has a good backing of protection by their ancestors and spirit guides, by God himself, but also the person is strong-willed and strong-minded, do you know that that elevates? Did you know that that pushes them up further? Oh, that pushes me away further from the projections, from the spiritual warfare that's going on. It pushes it away and elevates me, elevates the collective that's going through this even higher. It makes us want to go harder. It makes us want to tap into ourselves even the more. It wants us to better ourselves even more, because the dark forces, dark energies, okay, this is not the movies, this is real life. The forces on top of the people that they're working through that needs to heal, they're hurt, going through their own shame and pain. Again, do you know that this makes the strong-willed and strong-minded individuals more determined? Because when you think about it, you know, the devil himself, he does not go to empty houses. He wants to go to houses that have something there, something valuable there. You have possibly, collective, kept hearing a lot of knocking in the spiritual realms. That's your spiritual doors being closed for energies to stay away and to keep out. I don't know about you, but to the ones that know what I'm talking about, collective, you possibly have heard knocking within your subconscious or consciousness of energies wanting confirmation, wanting to come in. And all they're waiting for is for you to open that door or to let them in. Don't. That is the spiritual walls. That is the spiritual protections in the spiritual realms, blocking off those energies. The ones that supposedly do get through is for a reason. Is for our elevation. Is for us to continue to ascend. Is for us to see who it is and who's doing what, so we know what to do next. We know how to move accordingly in the spiritual realms, along as on the 3D streets. My gosh. This message was deep, but this is what I've been going through. I've been experiencing, collective. This is what I've been feeling. On that note, you could be also seeing your ex-family in your dreams. These are a lot of repeated residual energies that still wants to linger and hold on. My gosh, until they have no more life, until God finally takes their breath. These are energies and projections people are doing that don't want to let you go. Again, until death comes through. Until death becomes her, is what I heard from that's a movie right there too. My gosh. And I believe it was of two women, different women, fighting possibly, I think, off of a man. It always comes down to the ding dong. It always comes down to the rotten fruit, the snake. People fight off of hanging, lowing fruit, and rotten things. People fight off of. I'm not fighting off no rotten things. Once I see you rotten, you're going to stay there to rot. To rot it. And they want to hold on to you because you're right, because you're juicy, because you got the sauce, collective. Obviously. I got the sauce. Obviously. Again, as in people thinking about you, talking about you, gossiping. Who cares? Rumors going around, who cares? But that's what they're doing. Projecting, astral projecting, doing all kinds of wickedness behind the scenes. Who cares? Obviously, they care a lot because that's why they're doing it. When you don't care. I had ex-family in my dream of my ex-mother, along with that Caucasian woman, white blonde-headed woman in my dream that was saying, no, don't go. I dreamed it switched to another vision of my mother and I in the daycare facility. And we were surrounded by children. And I was like, my phone keeps going off all of a sudden. But that was confirmation though. And I was particularly watching over this one kid. I just felt drawn to, and I was watching over all of them, but I was watching over one kid. Protecting this one kid. And I doubted if I had any children there of my own. But I felt like that was my child, but I was watching over a kid, and I totally, I'm trying to look at my books here. I just know we were in a whole facility of babies, okay? And I don't know, it's like, I just felt like it gave me that Hansel and Gretel type of energy where they catered to the kids and fattened them up, fed them illusions, because they were very impressionable. Until she wanted to pretty much enjoy them. She was a cannibal. She wanted to eat them, which she did. I don't know if they got away. But I felt like that's the mother energy. Like, what kind of animal? I'm asking you, collective. Maybe you could put this in the comments below. If you have stuck around this long, thank you so much for listening, to my message. But comment down below. What animal eats their own kid? Is that a lion? Like the male lion kills their young? Or the mother kills their young? I forgot what animals does that. But that's how I felt in that dream. Me and my ex-mother was in this facility of a whole bunch of kids. So I feel like a mother energy, a dark mother energy, wants to siphon the energies. They want to siphon the youth. They want to siphon anybody that's impressionable. You know what I mean? They want to pretty much groom the kids how they want to groom the kids, and then siphon off of them, harvest from them. Because I just couldn't understand my dream. I was like, why am I in a daycare facility? I used to work for a daycare, but I'm not now. But why am I surrounded with all these kids with her? And I was just like, this is not making sense. We possibly talked about that when I was, when we were talking, I was connected with her. That's something she wanted to do. But that was the farthest memory from my mind. And it came to me in my dream last week. I feel this is something that they still want to do. Okay. But I don't want no parts of it. I don't want no parts of it. But like I said, this is a dark mother energy I'm feeling. That wants to manipulate, that wants to control still. Possibly the energies of their children that are grown adults. They still want to be very over-controlling, over-demanding, overbearing is the energy I'm feeling and was feeling. Overbearing parents. Boy, I can relate. That wants to control everything. From your childhood to your adult life, I can relate. Until you cut that energy off. You cut them off. And they still want to be dominating in your life. By any means necessary, whether they're talking about you, gossiping, spreading rumors, trying to bash or destroy your image, your character. Whether they try to play the victim. Dark mothers love to play the victim. When they cause others to be victimized or to cause victimization. I don't even know if that's a word. But this is the energies I've been feeling lately of dark mothers. Maybe that blonde-headed and that Asian woman in my dreams were victims of a dark mother. And that's why they turn out the way they did. You don't have to turn out and be the example of your upbringing or be the product of your environment. You don't have to. Again, it's a mental and physical and spiritual thing. Healing, transformation that we all need to go through to get our way out of things, to see the brighter and bigger and higher perspective of things. These are energies that are projecting that have not. They're still in that victim mentality. Male or female. And they want to pretty much use you as the punching bag. They want to use you as the scapegoat. They want to use you, my gosh, and destroy you. And again, this is all from somebody being a victim. Now they want to become a bully. Bullying energies I've been feeling. And this monitoring energy that's been going on. Invasive energies. My gosh, collective. I gave you a lot of scenarios of the energies I was, trying to just describe. And possibly you have been feeling these energies. But you are not going to be a victim to nobody's trauma, nobody's drama. You're not going to be nobody's mule, nobody's monkey, nobody's donkey. Nobody's sucker or punk, collective. I tell you that. I've been seeing a lot of number synchronicities. Definitely in my dreams, I saw them pointing out my ancestors' 17th. The 17th, someone could be born on the 17th, or something's occurring on the 17th, possibly of this month. Okay, I'm not sure about that, but we'll see. Moving forward, I keep seeing a lot of sixes, of course, keeping our mind and focusing our mind on what's better for us, bettering ourselves, but it is of the mark of the beast. So people are acting out in their beastie mentality and beastie ways, of course, of the flesh as well as within the spirit. And I've been seeing number synchronicities 1, 2, 3. Things are lining up accordingly. Things are occurring the way it should. Continue to keep your eyes on yourself, drinking your waters, minding your business, staying in your own damn lanes, collective. Okay? Giving everything to the universe, to God. Definitely protect yourself as much as possible. Other signs and synchronicities I was seeing, I saw my dream doves. Okay? Someone could be seeing doves. Of course, Prince song came out to me. So someone could be or have lived from in that video like a life like that with their mother, with their parental figures. Confirmation that could be pertaining to a male or a female. Okay, from just that when doves cry type of energy. You could be seeing that as a symbol on someone as well as a tattoo, or just symbols out there on the 3D streets. Someone's going to be given an olive branch. Just be careful who's giving it, collective. Be discerning on accepting that olive branch. Where is it coming from? Who is it coming from? But I feel like the universe is going to be given some people in my collective to whoever that deserves it, to whoever that has been resilient and that's been fighting a good fight, that's been standing on their 10 toes and working with their 10 hands, 10 hands, 10 fingers, and focusing on themselves, collective. I feel olive branch is going to be given to those, okay, that deserve it. You could have been seeing a lot of pictures of butterflies, again, tattoos, the signs possibly, again, transformation in the energy and the shift that's going on, collective, could be happening to you. If you're seeing clovers, blessings and good luck is coming, collective. I've been seeing clovers as well. Things that we're going through is not in vain. It's not in vain. If you have ancestry lineage, ancient ancestry background, or have that in your bloodline, you could be seeing the Ankh in your dreams, or just a symbol, you know, out in the 3D realms, on the streets, or as a tattoo on somebody you possibly are wearing as jewelry. I've been seeing an Ankh in my dreams lately. If you are not seeing flash of light, you know, like I said, that could be a sign of the chakras being worked on, or archangels that's surrounding you, helping you to heal that color chakra or your auras, or just shielding you with protection, collective. Okay, there could have been also fairies if you believe in it. The channel song I heard last week or this week past, it was by Billy Idol, Eyes Without a Face. So I definitely, this message pertains to this song. The song pertains to this message. I'll have like a little clip down the bottom of the meaning of the song. It's supposed to be a love song, but when I watched the video, it sounded really creepy to me. And what he was saying, how he was singing it, just his emotion and expressions in his face, Again, collective, just the women in my energy field and the man energy, creepy energy, stalking energy in my field. That's probably how they act or would act. Okay, this dark feminine energy, dark mother energy I'm feeling is like idolizing. It's like the male energy I'm feeling would idolize me, you, collective, the ones you have let go, and someone else that they connect with to get over you. They want to idolize you, and then they take that energy or that face or aura that you have, collective, you shared with them, to manipulate someone else to mimic, to idolize. Again, remember I talked about mannequins. Eyes without a face. Mannequins usually don't have a face until you create one. That music definitely pertains to this message. The energy pertains to this music. Again, a message of people painting a picture of you, idolizing you. This is energies that put me on a pedestal, obviously. They put you on a pedestal too, collective. Okay? If you're going through like things like this, you could be on a center stage. You could be doing what I'm doing. Or you just could be just doing something very cool and creative and different, and people are idolizing you. But this is definitely pertaining to just the energies and projections that you're feeling and going through. These are the dark forces and energies are idolizing you, obviously. I'm feeling like it could be a couple that acts like the Joker and Heidi Quinn, and eventually she got let go. She got dumped by the Joker. He let her go. This could be a couple that acts like that, that lives like that. You know, they show you one side, they show you one mask, they show you one side of their life and act a whole completely mess on the other side, you know what I mean, of the streets or the other side of them. Just like this picture showing here. I feel like someone wants to put your energy and aura on someone else. Pretty much, you've heard all over tarot land. When you break up with somebody and someone idolizes you so bad to the point where they want the next person, the next boy, the next toy to mimic and pretty much be you, collective, be me, when they can't. So that song, Eyes Without a Face, definitely plays a significant song and channeling in this message. So go check out that video and the meaning when you have a chance. Thank you for sticking around and listening to this message. If you can relate, give me thumbs up, subscribe, like, and share to who needs to hear this, to who needs to heal from this. I'm exposing this information because I know some of my collective can relate that's going through this, and I'm exposing for your higher self. I'm exposing in love, and I just again hope that these energies people are projecting get some help. That's all you can do, is pray that they receive some healing and some help. And this message that I'm sharing with everybody today, even to my haters, that's confirmation to let me know I'm doing something great. Thank you for being my motivators and being my fans. Appreciate it. Again, I'm going to continue shining my light on the darkness, no matter who likes it or who doesn't want to hear it. Okay? Well, thank you for listening to my message. Again, sticking around. If you like anything, definitely, again, give me thumbs up, share, subscribe. Be a part of the family Rasta Gal Vibe Tribe. Till next time. I will always keep it real. This is Rasta Gal, aka Angelic Empress. Take care and stick around for more messages to come. Peace.